Court-appointed special advocates of Northeast Tennessee are there each and every day for the children of our region who are involved in the local court systems. And today we want to welcome Melanie Feathers from CASA to Daytime. Good morning, Melanie.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you being here. Let's talk about it. You know, statistics. We live with them every day, and there's some alarming statistics that have come out about youth across our country.
There really are. Kids count is the statistics that we usually go by, and we get those through our Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth. And one of the most alarming statistics for me was that of the children, the Tennessee children that are in foster care, the ones here in Tennessee experience more instability than in any other state. So our kids in Tennessee that are in foster care are having more placements than in any other state in our nation. And so we really have a lot of work to do, and that's exactly the kind of work that CASA does.
Have they dug into those numbers to see why Tennessee has more placements than other states?
They haven't really reported as to why that would be, although I know that we have a shortage of foster care homes for sure, and so if a foster care home becomes unmanageable, if they just have more children than they can manage, those kinds of things, then that may lead to a disrupting of a child. But one of the things that's so problematic is every time a child is moved, they incur a new trauma. So they've already been traumatized by whatever removed them from their home, and then every time they're moved to a new foster placement, that's another new trauma.
So what you're saying to me is we actually need more foster parents.
We do, and you know, and we need more homes so that and more homes that are trained for helping children that have experienced intense trauma or complicated trauma, that kind of thing. So and what CASA does is we work to try to promote stability. And so CASA's role is to advocate for the child there in court and to encourage and advocate for permanency as soon as possible, that we get the child out of that foster care system and into a permanent home, whether that be with a relative, whether that be reunifying because families have improved, families have done the things they need to do. We'd love to see reunification, or if that's an adoptive placement. But our goal is to help them find permanency as soon as possible so that we have fewer and fewer of those transitions into new homes.
And it's so vitally important because CASA is there when that child comes into the court system. However way that child comes into the court system, CASA is there through every step helping them.
That's right. That's right. In fact, we have some stories of CASA workers who have been with kids for 8 years. You know, our goal is certainly not that a child would need a CASA that long, but our volunteers are incredibly dedicated people who are there for the child in the courtroom, but also visiting with that child during the week and visiting with all the players in that child's family to try and come up with some recommendations about what we can do to set this child up for success.
And that's the key, setting them up for success down the road. And part of that is raising money. I mean, we just got to be honest, brutally honest about things. You have to raise money in order to take care of the things that CASA needs to take care of. And you've got some fun ways of doing that. And one of the big ones you do every year is your big golf tournament, which is coming up at the end of the summer.
Yes, it is. It is one of our biggest fundraisers, and like you said, fundraising is a necessary part of what we do. But we do try to have fun when we do it. We try to engage the community. So we have a fundraiser for our golf tournament that's coming up on August the 1st. We are just in the phases of gathering our sponsors. So this is a great opportunity for business leaders, business owners to step up and be able to give to CASA as a way of helping these children who are in such great need, because we've got to do a better job here in Tennessee. And our business owners can really help us do that.
Absolutely, and we'll talk more about that golf tournament throughout the summer and get you ready for that. I always love playing in that golf tournament. Hey folks, we got some information for you right now. If you're thinking about becoming a foster parent, you're thinking about making a donation, you're thinking about playing in the golf tournament, that website right there at the bottom of the screen is the key to getting involved. We'll be back.